Have you ever pondered why numerous older individuals find themselves awake at 3 a.m., struggling to drift back into slumber? In the stillness of the night, you may find yourself gazing at the ceiling, pondering the troubles that plague your body or your thoughts. In reality, this happens more often than one might assume. It's not merely a casual tendency or something that comes with age. This video delves into 5 compelling reasons why individuals often find themselves awake at 3 a.m. as they grow older, and what these early morning awakenings might signify. Every reason uncovers a profound insight into your body, your well-being, and your journey through life. By the conclusion of this video, you might perceive your sleep from an entirely fresh perspective. These delve deeper than mere surface-level explanations. Either they are grounded in genuine physiology, psychology, and the natural rhythms of aging that many individuals remain oblivious to. We will explore the shifts in hormones, alterations in sleep patterns, health obstacles, and the subtle emotional and social factors that may be operating in the background. We will approach this with sincerity, strength, and a profound respect for the journey you have undertaken up to this point. Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m., pondering the question, why this moment? This is the perfect spot for you. Keep your attention focused until the conclusion. What you discover here may not only enhance your sleep quality, but also deepen your understanding and appreciation of your body's experiences. Let's dive in. Firstly, there is a decrease in melatonin production. One of the most evident reasons older adults find themselves awake in the middle of the night, frequently around 3 a.m., is the natural decrease in melatonin production that occurs with age. Melatonin serves as the hormone that governs our sleep-wake cycle, frequently referred to as the body's internal clock, and it is essential for aiding in both falling asleep and maintaining sleep throughout the night. In your younger years, your body probably generated a robust and consistent supply of melatonin each night, enabling you to experience prolonged periods of deep, undisturbed sleep. As time passes, your body gradually produces less of it, and this change can significantly affect the quality of your sleep. It's quite possible to drift off to sleep effortlessly at night, particularly after a day filled with activities or a soothing evening spent unwinding. However, in the early hours of the morning, around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., or even 4 a.m., the body's natural melatonin levels can drop too low to maintain a peaceful slumber. One might awaken not due to a jarring sound or a vivid dream, but rather as the mind gradually transitions back to consciousness, lacking sufficient melatonin to maintain slumber. This isn't a reflection of any mistakes on your part, nor does it indicate that your body is not functioning as it should. It essentially indicates that your body's internal chemistry evolves as you grow older. Additionally, the atmosphere of the bedroom can exacerbate this effect. Even minimal illumination from a street lamp outside the window, a blinking clock on the nightstand, or a hallway light seeping under the door can further inhibit melatonin production. As you grow older, your body develops a heightened sensitivity to environmental stimuli, making those early morning awakenings at 3 a.m. even more exasperating. Consider Harold, now 72, who has always viewed himself as a good sleeper. Recently, he often finds himself alert at approximately 3:15 a.m. on most nights. He feels a sense of readiness, not anxious or upset, but completely aware, as if the day is about to begin. Once he realized that this wasn't a personal shortcoming, but rather a natural aspect of aging linked to melatonin, he ceased the self-blame and began to modify his habits. He has adjusted his bedroom to be dimmer, steers clear of screens an hour before sleep, and enjoys a short evening stroll to support his natural sleep cycle. These subtle adjustments indicate to his body that night is still in effect, and although he continues to rise early, he has discovered how to collaborate with his body rather than oppose it. This level of insight can truly transform the situation. When you realize that rising early may not be entirely within your control, but instead a result of natural chemical changes. Embrace actions that nurture your sleep rather than harboring frustration towards your body. The strength of consciousness is undeniable. It transforms irritation into understanding, guiding you to make more thoughtful decisions regarding your nighttime self-care. Secondly, altered sleep patterns and an early sleep phase. Another important reason older adults often find themselves waking up around 3 a.m. is a natural shift in the body's internal clock, known as advanced sleep phase. With the passage of time, our internal clocks tend to shift, leading us to experience drowsiness earlier in the night and an earlier rise in the morning. It's possible you find yourself drifting off during a late-night film or waking up at dawn without an alarm, even on those days when you'd prefer to sleep in a bit longer. This transition goes beyond mere routine. It is fundamentally intertwined with biology, and it may become increasingly evident as the years go by. In earlier stages of life, the body's natural rhythm tends to favor a later bedtime, accompanied by a wake-up time that resonates more harmoniously with the rising sun. As this rhythm progresses, the sleep window naturally moves ahead. It's possible to drift off at 9 p.m. or even sooner without planning to, indicating that your body has completed its full cycle of rest by the time 3 a.m. arrives. That's why you may discover yourself alert in the stillness of the night, sensing that your slumber is fulfilled, despite the darkness that envelopes the world outside. This doesn't imply that there's anything amiss with you. Your body is simply functioning on a new timetable now. Imagine it as a clock that has gradually been adjusted over time, moving forward just a bit more with each passing season. Although this isn't detrimental, it can be exasperating when your way of life, family habits, or individual tastes clash with this new cadence. This transformation also carries a subtle psychological dimension. Numerous older individuals reside in serene homes or dedicate more time to solitude, and that tranquil setting can enhance the body's cues to relax. Earlier in the day, absent the usual hustle and bustle that could have previously postponed sleep, your system initiates its nightly winding down much earlier. When you're not engaged in full-time work or adhering to a rigid daily schedule, the absence of external time markers such as meetings, commutes, or social events can intensify this internal transition. Consider an individual such as Charles, aged 68 and enjoying his retirement. He typically has dinner at about 5:30 p.m. and indulges in an hour of television before retreating to bed. At 9 p.m., he drifts into slumber, and by 3 a.m., his body instinctively stirs, prepared to greet the day. He feels neither anxious nor stressed. He is simply alert. Initially, he believed he was suffering from insomnia, but after discovering advanced sleep phase, he understood that his sleep was not disrupted. It was just moved to a different time. Charles started to refine his evening routine, extending his hours just a bit, immersing himself in a book under a soft glow, enjoying a leisurely stroll post-dinner, and sometimes reaching out to his daughter for a brief conversation before settling in for the night. These subtle social and sensory signals assist in extending his sleep window just sufficiently to adjust his wake-up time nearer to the morning. The outcome? Less 3 a.m. awakenings and a profound connection with his everyday existence. This organic change in sleep patterns is a reality for numerous older adults, yet it remains a topic seldom discussed. Grasping this concept can alleviate much of the guilt or confusion, providing a kinder approach to engaging with your body rather than battling against it. If you find yourself waking up at approximately 3 a.m., it seems as though you've enjoyed a complete night's rest. Your body might just be adjusting to an earlier routine now. Once you grasp that, you can start to mold your routine in ways that nurture your well-being. If you're still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, kindly drop a comment with the number 2 below to signal your presence. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly suggest you do so and activate the notification bell to ensure you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. Let us proceed onward. Thirdly, physical discomfort and interruptions related to health. Another frequent cause for older adults to awaken at approximately 3 a.m. The body's reaction to physical discomfort or hidden health concerns often emerges during the stillness of the night. With age, the likelihood of encountering chronic conditions or subtle health issues rises. Many of these conditions can quietly interfere with sleep, often without any overt warning signs. They slip in silently, much like an aching joint, an urgent need to relieve oneself, or an unexpected pang in the back, and that can frequently be sufficient to jolt you from a peaceful slumber in the dead of night. Conditions such as arthritis can render it uncomfortable to remain in the same position for extended periods. Initially, you might not be aware of the discomfort as you drift into slumber. However, after a few hours of quiet, those discomforts can accumulate enough to rouse you from slumber. For some, Nighttime acid reflux can disrupt their sleep, particularly if they've had dinner too late or laid down too soon after eating. Even something that appears straightforward, like dry mouth, muscle cramps, or a subtle shift in the atmosphere. The temperature can evoke a gentle stirring in the early morning hours, a time when your body's defenses are increasingly sensitive and less forgiving than before. One prevalent physical reason older men find themselves awake at 3 a.m. is the urge to relieve oneself. With the passage of time, the bladder loses its elasticity, leading to a more urgent and frequent need for relief. During the day, when distractions abound, you may not sense it. Yet, at 3 a.m., in a shadowy and still room, that feeling becomes undeniable. Once you rise and take a few steps, even if it's merely to the bathroom, your body might transition from profound rest to a state of light alertness, complicating the process of drifting back to sleep. Additionally, there is the matter of medications that numerous older adults consistently use for managing blood pressure, heart health, or pain relief. These medications frequently bring about side effects such as frequent urination, fluctuations in body temperature, or heightened sensitivity to noise or light, which can quietly disrupt sleep. It's possible that the link between your medication and your sleep habits goes unnoticed until it's brought to your attention or you start to monitor your routines with greater care. Consider Eleanor, a 76-year-old woman who has consistently been a somewhat light sleeper. In the last year, she has begun to rise regularly at approximately 3:30 a.m. After months of attributing her symptoms to aging, she consulted her doctor and learned that one of her medications was impacting her hydration levels and leading to more frequent nighttime bathroom visits. With her doctor's guidance, she fine-tuned her dosage schedule, incorporated some lifestyle adjustments, and now finds herself waking up less often and drifting back to sleep more effortlessly when she does. It's essential to understand that experiencing physical wake-ups does not indicate that your body is failing. These are, in fact, indications that your body continues to perform its functions effectively. It's engaging, notifying, adapting. These signals can lead you to improved care, more informed decisions, and a stronger sense of confidence in your own intuition. Rising at the hour of 3 in the morning might seem bothersome, yet it can serve as a gentle reminder to listen closely, reflect, and implement minor adjustments that foster improved well-being and more profound relaxation. Fourth, lifestyle habits that alter your sleep patterns. Another compelling yet frequently disregarded reason older adults wake up at 3 a.m. resides in enduring everyday practices. Little habits and decisions that, as time passes, subtly alter your inner cadence. As individuals age, it is common for them to shift their dinner time to earlier in the evening, gradually winding down as night approaches, and engaging in less physical activity throughout the day. These seemingly small changes build up and can indicate to the body that it's time to start winding down for the night sooner, which naturally leads to an earlier wake-up time as well. As your days grow more tranquil, particularly post-retirement, your body stops receiving the familiar external signals it once depended on, such as commuting, running errands, or participating in activities that challenge you physically or mentally. In the absence of those signals, the body's sleep-wake rhythm might start to shift ahead. A serene, softly illuminated evening with little distraction can prompt your mind to generate melatonin sooner, ushering in slumber before you even notice that the hour has reached 9 p.m. When you drift off to sleep earlier, your body completes its rest sooner, stirring in those quiet, pre-dawn moments, frequently just around 3 a.m. A nuanced connection exists between the timing of meals and the quality of sleep. Having dinner early is often seen as a healthy choice, yet it can occasionally result in a drop in blood sugar levels during the night, particularly if a light snack isn't consumed before sleep. That dip might not resemble hunger, yet it can still awaken the body from slumber. In a similar vein, caffeine taken in the early afternoon can remain in your system, particularly as metabolism slows with age, gently affecting your sleep and increasing your likelihood of waking at the slightest disturbance. For someone like Walter, at the age of 74 and having recently stepped away from his career, these changes unfolded slowly over time. His days grew increasingly unstructured, while his evenings took on a more leisurely pace. He discovered that his supper was served at 5 p.m. He dozed off in his recliner while watching the evening news, and he retired to bed before 9 p.m. nearly every evening. Unbeknownst to him, His whole routine had transformed just a few hours prior. Before long, he found himself stirring at 3 a.m., bewildered by his alertness long before the birds began their morning chorus. Upon contemplating his daily habits, Walter started to implement minor changes, incorporating a brief stroll in the afternoon, reading in more luminous conditions during the evening, and steering clear of naps post-dinner. These adjustments nudged his natural sleep window slightly later, enabling his body to find a rhythm that better matched his preferred wake-up time. It's truly astonishing how frequently we fail to recognize the strength found in our daily habits. Our bodies yearn for rhythm, daily routines that serve as cues, guiding the mind on when to rest and when to awaken. When those signals diminish or change, the internal body clock may become disoriented, resulting in sleep that occurs earlier and is more fragmented. By observing these patterns and implementing careful changes, one can subtly steer the body towards a sleep cycle that is more rejuvenating and less interrupted. If you're still engaged with this video and appreciating these insights, I'd love for you to comment number 4 below to show me you're present. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly suggest you do so and activate the notification bell to ensure you never miss any of the videos. Your encouragement enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. Let us proceed onward. 5th, a sense of emotional and psychological unease. Occasionally, rising at 3 a.m. is influenced more by the mind than by the body. With the passage of time, the emotional layers that were previously concealed by the hustle and bustle of everyday existence may begin to emerge in the stillness of the night. In the quiet of early morning, when the world holds its breath and distractions fade away, unvoiced worries, regrets, and longings often take center stage, beginning to awaken and unfold. It's possible to lie awake, not due to external disturbances or discomfort, but rather as your mind sifts through a tapestry of memories, lingering thoughts, or quiet worries that you may not have recognized were still present. This type of restlessness contrasts with the intense anxiety that can often emerge in younger years. It possesses a serene quality, inviting deeper contemplation. It may resonate like a gentle murmur in the distance, an awareness that something is amiss, even if you struggle to articulate it. The mind, when idle, frequently wanders back to former connections, choices made, grief experienced, or unspoken thoughts. With the body no longer racing from one obligation to the next, there's room for those thoughts to resonate more profoundly. It's crucial to acknowledge that solitude can influence the situation at hand. As time goes by, many older adults find their social circles diminishing. As children grow and venture out, friendships shift and life's patterns evolve. The day may buzz with brightness and motion, yet the night envelopes us in stillness, highlighting that emotional void. This particular solitude doesn't always weigh down on you. At times, it manifests as a yearning for companionship, or a subtle longing for someone to converse with in the quiet of the home. Imagine a woman named Gloria, aged 80 and living alone after the loss of her partner. Throughout the day, she occupies herself with nurturing her garden, reaching out to her grandchildren, and enjoying her beloved shows. However, at approximately 3 a.m., she frequently awakens, her mind drifting back to cherished memories of her late husband or to concerns she carefully conceals throughout the day. Initially, she believed there was an issue with her rest. Yet, as time passed, she realized that her early rising had nothing to do with sleep itself. It was her soul yearning for recognition. To sustain herself, Gloria began maintaining a modest journal beside her bed. Upon waking, she occasionally jots down whatever thoughts come to her. Nothing elaborate, just a few sincere reflections. She also incorporated a serene evening routine, such as enjoying gentle melodies or penning a brief message to a friend. These small moments of introspection and bonding provided her feelings with a soft release, calming her thoughts and allowing her to drift back into a more serene slumber. In reality, the human heart operates outside the confines of a rigid timetable. It retains the memories it chooses, poses the inquiries it deems necessary, and occasionally engages in this at the witching hour, in the stillness of the moment. However, that isn't a shortcoming. It's an indication of complexity. When you wake up with a sense of reflection, it could indicate that you possess insights that are eager to be recognized. Your journey is marked by both happiness and sorrow, and these moments not only create lasting memories, but also define who you are at your core. Instead of viewing these awakenings as issues to resolve, consider engaging with them through a lens of curiosity and compassion. What messages is your mind attempting to convey? What deserves your expression? Which aspect of yourself could use some kindness, even in the shadows? At times, the deepest form of rejuvenation arises not from dismissing these instances, but from acknowledging and valuing them. By engaging in this process, you might discover not only improved sleep, but also a deeper insight into your own self during this phase of life. Concluding reflections. As we conclude this video, I invite you to pause and contemplate the insights you've just absorbed. What struck a chord with you the most? Could it be the alteration in your internal clock, the nuanced shifts in your well-being, or maybe something more profound, an emotional cadence that reveals itself only in moments of stillness? Each of these 5 reasons provides a unique perspective for interpreting your early morning awakenings, and none suggest that anything is amiss or malfunctioning. Indeed, they each uncover the profound ways in which your body and mind continue to operate, respond, and adapt as you navigate this phase of existence. There's a subtle strength in grasping the messages your body conveys, particularly during those gentle moments just before the break of day. Instead of viewing those 3 a.m. awakenings as bothersome interruptions, consider them as whispers, soft reminders urging you to pay closer attention to your desires, routines, and emotions. This journey is shared by many, and you are far from the only one seeking clarity. Yet, with understanding emerges power, and with power arises the liberty to implement subtle, significant adjustments that foster improved rest, greater comfort, and a more profound connection to your own natural rhythms. If you see yourself in any of these reasons today, understand that you're not merely getting older, you're transforming. With this evolution arises an opportunity to rest with purpose, to nurture yourself with kindness, and to welcome each new day with greater awareness and tranquility. We appreciate your presence with us today. We are eager to receive your thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us one insight you gained today and how you intend to apply it moving forward. We value your insights, so please feel free to express them. Your feedback inspires and uplifts us immensely. If this video resonated with you and proved useful, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with others. Your encouragement enables us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. We appreciate your viewership and eagerly anticipate your presence in our upcoming video.